Things Unexplained. Hosted by Dr. Mouse.
Let's face it, we were always ready to roll without him anyway.
CJ Derringer.
Ain't nobody perfect, right?
And Smitty Neves.
I've never planned out hardly anything my whole life. I just freeball.
Featuring Cajun Man.
I'm just old nobody, somebody looking for somebody.
It was Christmas Eve, and the family was gathered in the living room. Snow was falling heavily outside. Gramps was reading the newspaper, and Mother was knitting a sweater. The young child, Rambo, was stretched out on the floor with his crayons, coloring books, Bowie knives, and crossbows. Tell me a story, Gramps. A scary one.
All right, yeah, said Grant. Oh, I'm going to tell you about the most fearsome and dangerously appalling creature in the world. His name's called it's called the Bumble.
Oh, now you've done it. You said his name out loud.
What? Who's he?
He's the most awful thing in the whole world. He lives in a cave in the North Pole, the coldest, snowiest place on Earth, where the bum... Are you having an asthma attack? Gramps stopped short. Where's the creature makes his home? He sleeps in the wreck of a ship that somehow got squeezed into the mouth of a cave. He doesn't mind the cold and he doesn't mind the snow, but the thing he hates the most of all is to hear someone say his name, Flippity-Dee. He has very good ears and they get bigger every time his name is spoken anywhere on Earth. Sometimes his ears get so big he can use them to fly.
I don't like this scary story stuff. It's getting too late now. We've already mentioned his name, so the Bumble is probably on his way to our house this very minute.
It'll probably take him a while to get here, but if we finish the story before he gets here, everything will be fine. Do you know why the Bumble is called the Bumble?
Gee, I don't know, Gramps. Why?
Because he has fists as big as basketball and arms as long as anacondas. Whenever he finds the people who have been speaking his name, he opens up his fist and reaches out his arm and he bumbles them in. He bumbles them in. He grabs them by the head, squeezes them till they pop like a balloon, like we had when we were kids.
Oh my! What's that noise? Is that the Bumble?
Couldn't be the Bumble. Not yet, anyways. It was just the wind.
Oh, okay. Well, I think the Bumble's just Bigfoot anyways.
No, not Bigfoot. He's not a Yeti either, you dummy.
What? Gramps, what does he look like?
Nobody knows what he looks like for sure. The only people who've ever seen the Bumble are the people the Bumble has eaten up.
Oh!
He is as tall as a tree, but he can bend all the way over and touch the ground.
Oh my! How do you know what he looks like, Gramps?
Because I heard him, and he sings a song about himself.
What? You didn't hear him?
That's right. Gramps didn't hear the Bumble. Uncle Rico heard the Bumble singing his song. It was a song he couldn't forget. He taught it to me, and I taught it to Gramps.
Uncle Rico sure visits a lot when Gramps is away.
Back in '82, Uncle Rico could throw a football across the mountains.
He is good at football. Can you sing the song for me?
I think so. Mother, join me.
Oh, okay. Do you still play the piano, Mother?
Oh, sure. I sure do. Let me just hop on it.
Maybe you should crack your fingers and get warmed up.
You should probably sit down on the bench and not hop on the piano, but go ahead.
This is so exciting. Music time. You're a really good piano player.
Don't distract me.
Ooh, I
am the You cannot escape.
You're fleeting, yes, you useless, and so are your prayers. The bumblebee is greedy for only one thing, to keep you from taking, to keep you from taking, to keep you from taking his name in vain.
I think you're a little off, Gramps.
Well, I am a little off, or I wouldn't be telling this story, am I right?
Forgive me for not singing. I've lost my ability to play the piano and sing at the same time.
Hey, I think y'all made that story up. Oh, what was that?
Rambo. Ooh,
Are you okay?
Are you okay, Rambo? I was a little early on my line.
Oh, I think that was the Bumble.
Oh, Rambo Poo, of course not. It was just the wind.
Oh my.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh! What is that?
Narrator.
Two huge, gnarled arms reached in through the windows and grabbed poor old Gramps and creepy old Mother by their heads. As young Rambo watched in horror, the hands squeezed and squeezed until their parents' heads popped like two balloons. Uncle Rico rushed in to find young Rambo with a shocked look on his face. And Uncle Rico wondered. Any second now, Uncle Rico wondered.
What happened here? What was that?
What happened here? What was that? I forgot I was Uncle Rico.
It was Uncle Rico. It was terrible. It was the bump. Oh. It sure wasn't Santa Claus.
The end. Oh boy.
Gingerbread Man, here we go. Just waiting on the narrator.
Once upon a time, a little old woman and a little old man, sounds like my two co-hosts, lived in a house at the edge of the forest. One day, the little old woman mixed the flour, eggs, butter, and spices together in a big bowl. She rolled out the dough and cut the gingerbread man. She put raisins for eyes, a currant for his nose, whatever that is, chocolate chips for his mouth, and icing on his head for hair. Then she put him in the oven, and when it smelled good, she opened up the door to take a peek and out jumped the gingerbread man.
Stop, gingerbread man! I want to eat you!
Oh my gosh.
No!
Gingy!
Are you sure you're not the Zodiac killer?
No! I'm gonna run away from you! Run as fast as I can! You can't catch me! I'm the gingerbread man!
He ran until he got outside where he saw the little old man.
Stop, gingerbread man! I want to eat you!
Oh.
Ah!
And the gingerbread man said,
Oh no! I ran away from the old little woman. I can run away from you too. Run as fast as I can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
you're scaring the bejesus out of people at home. He ran till he came to the pigsty, and the pig said,
Stop, gingerbread man! I want to eat you!
but the gingerbread man said,
Oh no! I ran away from the little old woman and the little old man, and I can easily run away from a fat pig like you. Run as fast as I can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
I'm going to have nightmares. He
What
ran till
what does
he
that
came
mean?
to a house. And in front of the house was a dog. And the dog said,
Stop! Stop, gingerbread man!
Ah!
I want to eat you!
but the gingerbread man said,
Oh no! Not the gumdrop buttons! I ran away from the little old woman and the little old man, and I ran away from a fat pig, and I can run away from you! You too! Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
he ran till he came to a field full of cows. And the cow said,
What's that?
Stop, gingerbread man.
Huh?
We want to eat you.
but the gingerbread man said,
Oh no! Not the drop buttons for you, cow! I ran away from a little old woman and a little old man and a fat pig and a lazy dog, and I can run away from you too! Run as fast as I can! You can't catch me! I'm the gingerbread man!
I think the gingerbread man's had one too many. He
What does
ran
that
till he
mean?
came to a river, and the next to the river was a fox. And the fox said,
I ran out of costumes, so I guess I'll have to do for this one.
Gingy's not afraid
Hello,
of
little
you!
gingerbread man.
the gingerbread man said,
Oh, hello! I ran away from a little old woman and a little old man and a fat pig and some cows and a dog that keeps transforming to a cow, and I can run away from you too. Run as fast as I can. You can't catch me. I'm the #1 gingerbread man.
the fox said,
Run all you want. I'm not going to chase you.
Huh?
But I would like to ask you a question.
Eh?
How are you going to get across the river without getting wet?
Huh?
I mean, if you get wet, you'll get soggy, right?
Oh, I don't want
the
to get
gingerbread
soggy.
man didn't say anything, but he looked very thoughtful. Then the fox said,
I have an idea. I'm going to swim across the river right now. If you want, you can hitch a ride on my tail.
the gingerbread man said,
Oh, I don't know what to do, but I don't want to get my frosting wet, so okay, let's go.
after a few steps, the
Wow.
fox said,
Oh, gingerbread man, the water is getting deep. I'm afraid you might get wet. Why did you climb up onto my back?
Gingerbread Man looked and said,
I don't know about that.
"That's not your line."
He's definitely lost his place.
Well, okay. I
After
guess
two more
so.
steps, the fox said,
Oh, Gingerbread Man, the water is getting even deeper. I'm afraid you might get wet. Why didn't you climb up onto my neck?
The gingerbread man looked and said,
That doesn't sound like a good idea. But the water's getting really deep and my gumdrop buttons could melt in there.
"Oh, my lord." And he climbed up on the fox's neck.
And
Oh, Gingerbread Man, the water is getting even deeper. I'm afraid you might get wet. Why don't you climb up onto my head?
The gingerbread man looked and said,
it really is getting deep in here. Let me up there.
and he climbed up onto the fox's head.
Whee!
Oh, Gingerbread Man, the water is getting even deeper. I'm afraid you might get wet.
Oh
Why don't you
no!
climb up onto my nose?
The gingerbread man looked and said,
It is getting really deep out here. Let me up there, Fox.
and the fox went slurp, and that was the end, thank God, of the gingerbread man.
Oh my gosh.
Not the gumdrop buttons.
I
You
might have to unfriend the gingerbread man.
I'm not wearing.
But
I'm not wearing women's underwear.
It definitely sounded like you were basing the Gingerbread Man off of Mr. Rogers' version of Daniel Tiger.
or either Pinocchio off of Shrek.
All right.
That was something else, Tim.
I might have a nightmare of that.
A modern day classic.
Oh, I am the Bumble. You cannot escape me. You're pleading it useless, and so are your prayers. The Bumble is greedy for only one thing: to keep you from taking, to keep you from taking, to keep you from taking his name in vain.
This has been All Things Unexplained.
If you liked this podcast, please do give us a 5-star rating and leave us a review. If you would like to hear more All Things Unexplained, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to your podcasts. If you'd like to support our show, please do visit buymeacoffee.com/unexplained. A special thanks to our producer, director, sound mixer, editor, and the man that wears far too many hats. No, seriously, he has a lot of hats, Dr. Tim Mounts. Without you, we couldn't keep the lights on. Thanks for listening to All Things Unexplained.